yourself with dinner that seems like it's from a high-end restaurant.
That's right. Chef Carol Green is here with a simple but elegant dinner recipe. Hello, how you doing?
Hey, good to be here again.
Yes.
Thank you so much.
We're glad you're here, Chef
Yeah.
Carol. You say cooking a nice meal like this can really be a form of self-care.
Absolutely, absolutely. As a single person, I don't need a reason to make a beautiful meal. I can do it just for myself because self-care is actually so important. And to me, okay, I'm a chef, but I think cooking is therapy. And you can either be resentful about, oh, it's just me and a meal, or you can actually turn it into a therapy.
I love that.
Yeah.
I think that's a great
Yeah.
idea, and you're taking good care of yourself. I love myself well enough to make myself a nice meal, and I'm worth it.
Absolutely. So today, the meal that I'm going to make for you is a restaurant-style meal done really simply and easily. And it's a meal that featuring, it's not a steak, it's a bison steak.
Bison.
Bison, yeah.
So what would be the difference between having a bison and just regular beef?
It's incredibly lean. It's very high in iron and minerals like zinc and copper. And did you know that we have exotic just on our doorstep? We have a bison farm right here in South Carolina.
Wow.
Yeah, yeah. So let me show you how you can do this real quick. So I've got my little cast iron pan here. And what I like to do is I like to put the ghee onto the steak and not into the pan because I find that it doesn't burn as much, okay? So you just want to do just a little scraping of the ghee over there.
That's a good tip. Put it right on the steak, not in the pan.
Not in the pan, yeah. The pan is just, residual stuff. And you're going to give it a good sear on all sides, okay? Turn it around, give it a good sear on all sides, which is probably going to take about, a couple of minutes, about 3 or 4 minutes, all right? And ahead of that, you're going to do your vegetables.
Okay.
So we just got these little red creamer potatoes, which we've cut into squares, and asparagus. And again, I'm just going to take some of the ghee and pop it on there. And put it in a hot oven for about 20 minutes, rolling it around, all right? And then at the last minute, you're going to put a bit of Parmesan cheese over.
Can I ask a question?
Of course.
What is ghee? I've never heard of ghee.
That's a great question. Ghee is actually clarified butter. You know when you go and eat lobster and they serve you drawn butter?
Yeah.
So when you melt beef butter and the white part that comes up is the whey. And that's the component that burns really easily when you're cooking, all right? And also the whey is the lactose portion, the casein portion that a lot of people are allergic to when they're allergic to dairy. So a lot of people who are allergic to dairy can actually eat ghee, and this is actually ghee that my friend Ellie makes.
So that goes in the oven.
That goes in the oven.
All of this is on our website, by the way, so that you can get this recipe and all of Carol's steps.
And then the magic of television.
Yes.
You've got the ones that are ready. All right, so this steak is sounding perfect now. You just need just the tiniest amount of seasoning on it. You really, really don't need a lot, okay? And then I don't put any of my seasoning on until I'm a little way through because I find that it really burns a lot. Now, one of my favorite spice stores is the Savory Spice Store. And this one is called Black Dust. Smell that one.
It smells great.
It's got coffee and cacao in it, which pairs really beautifully with the wine, okay? So I forgot the first step here, Eugene, is pour yourself a glass of wine when you start the process.
There you go.
That's how we do it.
And you put on your favorite music, because, cooking for one is self-care, all right? Yeah. And then we're going to use a bit of the wine in the cooking as well.
Okay. Sure.
Okay. So when the steak is looking a little bit further along, all right, then what we're going to do is make the sauce. And this might be a little steamy.
All right.
A bit of red wine. And in it goes. It's a free facial. And then we've got cold butter here. It must be cold. And it's just a really, really quick emulsified sauce, okay? And this is literally going to take minutes. So you take the cold butter, and one piece at a time, you start to whisk it in.
I think this is a lovely meal. All week long we've been featuring, meals for two. Today it's a meal for one. Sometimes it can feel like it's difficult to cook, a smaller amount of food because you've got leftovers for the next several days. But
Absolutely,
this is great. Yeah.
Absolutely. And so when you're working with doing a sauce right in the pan, Colleen, you can do something really gorgeous really, really quickly. And so the concept of this really is deglazing the pan with some kind of a alcohol or an acid. So it doesn't have to be alcohol. It could be a juice. If you don't drink wine, it could be something like some apple juice.
We've got less than a minute left, Chef Carol, so we're going to have to wrap. We've got about 30 seconds, actually.
All right, so I'm going to just get this plate over here.
It's gonna plate
All
that,
right. And some of this
But
beautiful...
that's your sauce, that wine sauce.
The
yeah.
wine sauce is going to go over. And Eugene, bring out that sharp knife over
That's
there.
what I'm talking about right there.
And there you go. You've got your lovely meal for one. It's beautiful. Self-care, don't
And the,
you think?
the self-care basket as well.
Yes, it is.
Go right ahead, Eugene. Tasteofhealing.com. Tasteofhealing.com. That's where you'll find Chef Carol Green online. She really believes that eating the right foods can heal our bodies, reduce inflammation. Everything she makes is so healthy and so delicious, and you have a real passion for what you do. Thank you for being here.
Thank you so much.